Okay, guys, headline number one. So Target is adding several new features to their already awesome same day capabilities. According to Chain Store Age, Target has added forgot something that allows customers to
Right.
place a new order.
That's the name of it, right?
It
Forget
is
something. Yeah.
forget something, not forgot
Oh,
something.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. At the same, so if you place an order at the same store and then you realize, like I do pretty much every single time I place an order for pickup, that you need to add something on, you can still do that within the same amount of time and pick that up in one order. They're also rolling out backup, which lets customers designate a second choice if their preferred food or beverage pickup is unavailable. And they're launching several new features for Ship shoppers, like added categories that you can pick up in apparel and toys. And my personal favorite, the ability to request the store that my Ship shopper shops at. Say that 5 times.
Ship shopper shops at.
Yes.
Man, she sells seashells by the seashore.
Yes.
Ooh, I actually nailed that. All right,
yes.
good.
All right. David Brown, we're going to go to you first. What are your thoughts on this move from Target?
Well, thanks, Ann. I actually love it. I mean, in some ways, this is the ultimate conclusion of the trend that's been happening over the last couple of years where, we've moved from you order something, you get it in a week. Now you order something, you get it in 2 days to 1 day to instant gratification, right?
Right.
And that's what we're all about today, instant gratification. Everything's amplified at the holidays time. And so, and stress levels go up. So the ability to either get that second item, get the item that you forgot, the milk you want is not in, and be able to, get your next choice or at least get something tangible when you wouldn't have got something. I think is brilliant for Target. I think it's going to actually do really well. Versus what Walmart's doing and what Amazon's doing that we'll talk about a little bit later. I think this puts them in a really good spot for the holidays. And
totally agree. I think you nailed the part too. Like that's where the Ship shopper comes in for me, is like you can send them to, if I know this Target has like a wider toy selection and a wider grocery selection, like in our, like, where you'd be sending your Ship shopper.
Oh yeah, Chris. Right.
But
yeah, that's like, a good point.
When you have the holidays, like you can now be like, you're picking up all my stocking stuffers and you're picking up the food that I need for my holiday party this weekend. It's brilliant. Dave Ritter.
Absolutely. I mean, the only thing I would add to that is that, like, I was been always amazed historically at, like, when my wife would drive an extra 5 miles to go to this Target versus that Target,
right.
or
it's
this store versus that store. So it's like, it's catering to, something that I personally didn't experience, but there's a need out there that is now being fulfilled in a radically different way.
For sure. Yeah.
Let me ask you guys this too. And before you go, Dave, I want to get your thoughts on this too. But the other thing I love about this story, because I agree with everything you both just said, right? And I think the second choice thing is brilliant. Like that solves an absolute need for a lot of people shopping for grocery, right? Like that, when you think about it, you're like, why haven't we heard more about that before? Right. It's just something so intuitive. The thing I love about it too is all the extensions you're seeing in and around Shipped right now. Like talked about the preferred shopper program before, right? Where you can send the person that's, you have the confidence in to get your groceries for you or to get any products for you. Like you talked about, Ann, with apparel. Like this gives a lot of extensions into the space in that last mile space, which is becoming more dog eat dog. When you start thinking about Instacart, DoorDash, Uber, they're carving out some nice little niches here that give them some points of differentiation against that sea of muck, so to speak. So I'm curious, Dave, what's your take on this?
I love it as well. I mean, the thing that I like the most about the announcement was the backup choice idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I think everyone's talking about inventory shortages, and that's likely to be a big challenge this holiday season. So just addressing that head on as opposed to disappointing your customer, I think is pretty brilliant timing wise.
That's so true, Dave, too. That was one of the other points that I had. Like, this is all great in theory, but you better hope that Target's doubled down on the less sexy announcement. That's like, do you have clear inventory visibility? Because if you don't, then none of these things work. And I think that's true for a lot of companies too, as we're starting to get, especially into the holidays, like you said. But
absolutely.